This here is MOBVOI's latest smartwatch, the TicWatch E3. Not sure if it was a coincidence that this watch was announced right after E3 or not, but still, perfect timing with the naming. As you probably expected, I've been using this watch for a few days now, actually a few days prior to when it was officially announced last week, so I've had it for quite some time now, and I could say right off the bat the E3 is just one solid smartwatch. It has a gorgeous display, an elegant, lightweight, circular design that feels great on your wrist, excellent battery life, works with both iOS and Android, and surprisingly offers a fluid Wear OS software experience thanks to the powerful new Snapdragon 4100 chipset behind the scenes. For a mid-range smartwatch, the E3 sure has flagship level specs, and it really impressed me. Like, I really didn't expect this performance out of a TicWatch. It's pretty impressive. Outside of that, this watch also features a built-in microphone and speaker for calls and music, NFC for Google Pay, a variety of built-in workout modes, sleep tracking, heart rate monitoring, blood oxygen monitoring, plus it's IP68 waterproof, meaning that you can swim with it, something I've been doing a lot of this summer so far. I actually jumped in the pool a few times already with this watch, and it survived without an issue. I'm always a little panicky with my tech and going near water and things like that, but this was not a problem. I just jumped right in the pool and had a blast. MOBVOI definitely packed a lot of features into this E-series watch, and all of these things are actually made possible by that Snapdragon 4100 processor underneath the hood. The fact that the E3 takes advantage of this processor alone makes this watch a huge deal, not to mention a steal of a deal for what you're getting. As of this video, the E3 is only the second smartwatch on the market to take advantage of this powerful processor. It's only second to MOBVOI's own TicWatch Pro 3. The difference this chip makes is apparent the second you take this watch out of the box. Taps, swipes, and gestures are incredibly responsive, and there are rarely any hiccups or slowdowns. Everything you do on this watch is near instantaneous. The experience in Wear OS, dare I say, is actually shockingly fluid across the board. I've used many of MOBVOI's smartwatches over the years, and the E3 is by far the most refined experience that I've had on a Wear OS watch to date. To my surprise, it is just about as snappy as my Apple Watch that rarely leaves my wrist. I don't know if the E3 will ever fully replace my Apple Watch. I mean, it definitely could if I wasn't so locked into the Apple ecosystem, but the E3 is a watch that will no doubt help me change up my routine more often. Performance is definitely an area where the E3 shines, and it's all thanks to that Snapdragon 4100 processor behind the scenes. Taking advantage of the Snapdragon 4100 processor also allowed MOBVOI to better improve performance when it comes to tracking your workouts. That's why I'm moving around. I found this watch to be a great companion for monitoring my activity throughout the day. Whether I was running, swimming, or just going for a walk, the E3 did an awesome job monitoring my movement. It counts your steps, monitors your heart rate, blood oxygen levels, sleep, pulse, and much more. This watch is one of those things you really never have to take off your wrist if you don't want to, unless, of course, you need to charge it. It'll track your steps throughout the day, your sleep at night, workouts whenever you decide to do them, and everything in between. Throughout my time with it so far, I found the E3 to be an excellent workout companion. Time is gonna tell how it holds up, but so far so good. I'm really enjoying this thing and everything it can do. What I also found to be pretty interesting is that the E3 came to me only a few weeks after I reviewed MOBVOI's latest folding home treadmill. Those of you guys who watched that review video might have heard me mention the idea of there being some sort of integration with the TicWatch line. Now, it's apparent to me why I said that. Pairing the TicWatch with the treadmill and logging your activity and routines to stay motivated would actually be a very unique thing for MOBVOI to do. With the products that they already have out there, I feel like they have an interesting opportunity to create a health and fitness ecosystem that just meshes and works well together. Who knows, maybe one day we'll see some sort of integration between all these products. As far as battery life on the E3 goes, I've been getting around the promised 2 days that MOBVOI rates this watch at, give or take a little more or a little less. Since I've had it, I only had to reach for the charger a handful of times, which I thought was very good. You're not going to be getting weeks or multiple days at a time with this watch, but for what it is and what it can do, I think it's more than adequate. You can also customize settings and enable essentials mode to get even more juice out of it if you really want to. The one thing that I'm not too big of a fan of is the USB magnetic charger. Sure, it charges via a standard USB, but that's not really the problem. It's the other end that snaps onto the watch. It does feel a little loose, like if you accidentally knock the wire, it's gonna come off. I would have preferred wireless charging or some other type of charging method, but I guess it does get the job done for what it is. You just have have to be careful with it. For those interested in a quick size comparison, the E3 is very close in size to my 44mm Apple Watch Series 4. Maybe it's just a tad bit thicker, but really not by much. What I like is that this watch also works with both iOS and Android, so if you have an iPhone and the Apple Watch isn't up your alley, something like the TicWatch E3 would actually be an excellent alternative. My one complaint with TicWatches has always been the size. They've always felt thick, bulky, and you guys know those are the types of things that I'm very particular about, so I'm glad that MOBVOI decided to slim things down here. Build quality is also excellent on the E3. This isn't one of MOBVOI's high-end smartwatches, so don't expect premium build quality. It actually feels pretty plasticky, but for working out and fitness purposes, I think this is really all that you need. In my opinion, something like this works even better than something that's big, bulky, and easily scratchable. The design and the build quality of the E3 just make it a pure joy to wear on your wrist, whether you're just casually wearing it or working out. Overall, I think MOBVOI did a fantastic job with their new TicWatch E3. It's an affordable, elegant smartwatch that performs as good, if not better, than a lot of flagship smartwatches out there. If you're in the market for a new smartwatch that isn't an Apple Watch, the E3 is a fantastic option. It's got a gorgeous display, feels great on your wrist, and it takes advantage of that Snapdragon 4100 processor, which makes things quick, snappy, and without question, easily one of the best Wear OS watches out there in general. The question though then becomes, how will this watch be supported in the future? Will it receive Google's big Wear OS updates in the near future? I mean, with the processor, it should be future-proof, but I guess in the end though, time is going to tell. But as it stands now, the E3 is a solid smartwatch that will no doubt motivate you to get up, get active, and just get out there. This watch is really great. Well, that's about it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did and you liked what you saw, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because it always helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and Instagram at Raymond Strazdas for even more content. Until the next one, I'll catch you guys later. Peace!